Hello and welcome to another episode of the Listener Land podcast. Wayne is back.
I'm back.
Wow, he's really back this time.
Yeah, I got bail. they let me out.
Well, I'd like to say it's nice to see you back, but
it's not.
It's not.
It's just more to see.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's what Judge says.
Back again, he said.
Well, I got out on bail because there's a fan at show.
Excellent. We need all we can get.
He says, being as though you're now a celebrity, you are allowed certain issues, and because you're recorded on Friday, you need to.
Oh, you need to get out.
Set bail.
Right. So it didn't say because you're one of these influencers, did he?
No. He set bail at 8.
If you were, I would strangle you.
He said he set bail at 88 pence.
Pay it over 6 years.
Yeah, I can pay it over a year.
So the last episode, without you there, it's just not worth watching.
No.
So he needs to get back out.
We've had letters.
Well, I missed it because I was still in cell.
Oh, banged up. So Justin Timberlake, the news just in, he has pleaded guilty for drink driving, and there is been ordered to pay $500 with a $200 surcharge, which it's not a lot of money for Justin Timberlake.
Can he afford that?
It's going to be a bit of a tight Christmas.
Which back pocket did he take it out of?
Well,
But how much is he worth?
it's worth more than that.
Well,
Yeah.
it might be, but I don't think he's.
Isn't millions?
I think your opinion of Justin Timberlake is different to the populace.
Why, Mark? I'm just not down with the Timberlakes.
No.
Is quite popular.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And wealthy.
and wealthy.
Oh, well, good luck to him, man. I'm not.
Good luck to him.
I'm not.
Good luck to
Because
him.
he started the old acting game as well, didn't he? So, I'm not knocking him.
No.
What I found funny, though, was originally when they arrested him for drink driving, he said to the police officer, "Do you not know who I am?"
No.
Yeah. That's what he said.
That's a terrible line to
and
say.
Genuinely, the police officer says, "No, I don't." And when they were asked about it later, he says, "I have no idea who you were."
That's, not only does he have to go through the embarrassment of saying that line, which I don't think any celebrity should say because it's just,
Yeah, look at me.
it's cringy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cringy.
desperate.
It's cringy.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't get recognised himself.
It's like he expected some special treatment because he's Justin Timberlake. That's just
Not good.
no. It's
No,
not
if you're
good.
pissed up driving, no matter who you are.
Yeah, apparently he ran on the 18th of June, he ran a stop sign and was seen drifting. Drifting. That's a Lighthouse Family link. Sorry, it's not even the right word. Lifted is basically what I was doing.
That were all completely wrong then.
Yeah, but it worked, didn't it? So he's been ordered to pay a £500 fine with a £200 surcharge, and he has to do 25 hours of community service and make a public safety announcement. You don't get regular Joe Blogs having to do a public safety announcement just because it's Timberlake.
No.
I hope he's in some park picking dog shit up.
I'd like to
That
see
would be good.
It would be good.
his community service being like unblocking public toilet U-bends.
Yeah. With his hand.
With his hand.
All the way
gonna
down
get-
to elbow, boy.
Don't you
Come
know-
on, Timberlake.
Don't they know who he is? He's going to get special treatment. He'll go around polishing handles on government buildings.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Washing cop cars.
He did say, though, that I did not line up to the standards that I tried to hold for myself. So,
What, you mean he didn't have enough bail?
he didn't have enough ale. His eyes weren't red enough.
Yeah, he blames it on the fact that he's he's not blaming it because he didn't disclose it, but it's widely assumed that he's stressed because his tickets aren't selling for his oncoming tour.
Another one.
Yeah,
But he's not been relevant for a while, though.
No.
And especially with the TikTok audience.
there's too many other people out there that's more relevant. I think.
Yeah.
That's more. He's old hat. Let's face it. He's
Well,
old
it's
hat.
not that old.
Has he got
It's not
has he
David
got old-
Essex.
Has he got
How
old
old
news?
is he?
He's not David Essex.
Well,
Has he got any
he
new
is in
stuff
today's
out?
world.
He's got...
Does he still record?
He must have some...
Or has he just gone into films?
Don't know. He is old, in today's music scene.
He is, but I guess you could also say in the pop scene, he's a bit of a legend.
40s?
Probably
No,
close
yeah.
to 50.
He's close to 50.
Probably, yeah.
Really? As old as that?
As old as that.
I didn't realise he was that old.
His eyes were red,
Cross-eyed?
red raw when he got his mugshot.
Yeah.
So he must have had a few.
Well, we've all been there.
But we never got caught. Whee! Speaking of caught, a rock star has caught somebody today. Not today, recently, on a bridge.
Yes, Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi
What's that
himself.
story, Wayne?
He apparently he was doing some stuff on a bridge.
Excuse me?
We won't say what. But no, he's
He
helped
got a little plastic bag and some rubber gloves.
yeah, with little
Chihuahua?
air freshener.
I don't understand.
Apparently, he helped the Nashville police talk a distressed woman down from edge of a bridge who was just about to jump. The bridge was the Cumberland crosses the Cumberland River, and he got over railings.
This is in Nashville, isn't it?
in Nashville.
They were filming a video at the time, weren't they, on the bridge, and he'd seen her.
Yeah.
So
Gone down to her, had a chat with her, got her back up at bridge, give her a.
Have you seen footage on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a good job,
Well,
didn't he?
who's filming it?
Give her a cuddle
It's,
and sent her on her way.
CCTV.
CCTV.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he just walks up to her and he just has a little, stands back, has a little chat, and then he moves up to her.
Don't you know who I am?
Don't you know who I am?
You'll spoil my video if you do this.
That's my spot.
I've got to perform there.
Do you realise how much
I'm
it costed me
first.
an hour?
You're living on a prayer, love.
Oh.
You would be if you jumped.
Oh, you're halfway there. Go on. Just down the road, Tommy used to work on docks.
So a big
I'm
shout out.
desperately trying to think of one.
Let's move on quickly. So before we do, a big shout out to John for
Well
that.
done, Jon Bon Jovi.
Well
A
done.
lot of people don't actually realise that he does a lot for charity. He's involved with a string of charitable organisations, and one of them is dealing with people with suicidal tendencies, and he's trained to actually talk them down and to put them at ease. It's a bit like a Samaritan.
Like a negotiator, sort of. They have to,
Yeah.
like-
He looks
Yeah.
like a Samaritan though now, doesn't he?
No.
A Samaritan come politician.
Samaritans wear like fleeces, don't they? And
Yeah.
Hessian shopping bags.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Just look at him, a bit more psychiatrist.
I'm not going to typecast them.
No?
They do a good job.
They do a good job.
Yeah.
Well done, Bon Jovi.
Yeah, well done, Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Jon Bon Jovi.
Jehovah.
Good job it's them and not Van Halen jump.
You can't help yourself, can you? I could never think of titles. Of
I know.
songs, really.
It's become apparent.
Yeah. Apart from when I was stood with John Lennon looking over the
Oh, here we go.
edit board and I said,
This will be a long and winding road.
no. No. We're stood in Cornwall looking at over the hills. Imagine there's no Devon. Anyway, there you go.
Oh, as Elton John once said, but then again, no. So David Hasselhoff has been spotted at the proms or some sort of European proms, singing in a tuxedo to Oompa Loompa songs. It's probably offensive, but I think it's like polka music with Andre Rieu.
Never heard.
Rieu. He's a violinist. He pulls big facial expressions. He's got curly hair, and his facial features look like when somebody brings out a tray of like freshly baked croissants, and they're like, "How do these smell?" It's like,
A bit like that chap from 80s, what was his name? Nigel chap.
Farage.
Yeah. Did he have a Mohican?
Nigel Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yeah,
Mohican
he had a bit of a
thing,
hit
innit?
with like Four Seasons and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
He was like a John Lydon of the violin.
Yeah, he used to
Yeah.
bounce all over.
that. This fella,
Very good violinist.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant
He was like
violinist.
a punk maverick, wasn't he?
Yeah, but it was just
he like took
not
it to
wild,
like
right?
the rock side of he rocked it up a bit, didn't he?
Yeah,
the orchestration of it. Yeah.
But he didn't have all that pompousness, did he? He didn't have all that. I don't think he had the
He
education.
hated all that, didn't he? He dressed a bit weird as well.
I mean, terrific player.
Yeah, but he's-
I think he was. I mean,
He-
not
he
a
had his
violinist, so I
moment,
don't
right?
know, but
He had his moment.
he
didn't
sounded very good at what he did.
Yeah, he had his moment, and then he went, and he's not been seen for years now.
He's probably still playing, but you just
Probably is. Probably still doing his classical
So, Nigel,
thing.
send
Probably
us
still
a,
got the same haircut.
drop
It's
us a
great.
line, let us know where you are.
Yeah, probably
Miss
still
you.
got the same haircut, but it's grey.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, she's here again.
Swift news. Taylor Swift.
There's no escaping the Swiftie.
She has propelled the darkness, I believe in a thing called love, up the iTunes rock charts and all other charts around the world, because she has been spotted at the US Women's Open in New York. During between games, they play music and stuff like that.
Better than when they're playing.
Better than when they're playing. Bit distracting. And she was found at the back singing along to I Believe in a Thing Called Love. And because of the Swift Angelicists, the cult that is the Swifties, they have just started streaming The Darkness. So The Darkness are now going to make a hell of a lot of money, which is, it's good.
So she's actually done a Stranger Things thing, hasn't she, for Kate Bush?
Yeah, it's a bit they've revamped the song just because she has been seen candidly singing along. But not Justin Timberlake, Justin Hawkins, I saw a video where he'd been to one of Taylor Swift concerts. He brought his niece along and they got put into a hospitality section where they get they get a certain bar they can go to and they don't get...
Away from riffraff.
Yeah, the scum.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you watch a river and it's got that water, that weird scum on the water.
Yeah.
Away from that.
Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? And he was given a handwritten note from Taylor Swift saying, I really glad to see you here, blah, blah, blah. I was such a big fan of you. I love the song of I Believe in a Thing Called Love. Now, there's a lot of people that go to these hospitality things. She gets a lot of attention from celebrities. So does she write handwritten notes to them all? That's quite a feat. She doesn't have to do that, does she?
No,
it's pretty good, that.
And she does a 3-hour gig as well, so she's really putting in a shift.
I bet she doesn't.
I don't know.
I bet she doesn't. But I bet she's genuinely a fan.
Yeah.
So she sent him a personal note. Loads of celebrities go to her gigs. So they all want to be there to be seen at her gigs.
But loads of celebrities go to all gigs, don't they?
Yeah, but it's become a bit of a thing, hasn't it, with Swift stuff? It's a place to be seen.
Because she's popular.
Well, she is popular. But for different reasons.
It's in the know.
For different reasons.
To do
so
things
a lot of celebs go.
Swifties.
I can't see her writing a note to every one of them.
No,
Maybe
I wouldn't
not,
have thought so.
but-
Would you go if you had the chance?
I would just have
Free ticket.
Just have a nosy. If it was free, I'd go to watch the spectacle of because it's a huge 3-hour gig, and I'd like to see. I'm a bit of an anorak for the production of things. I like to see. Do you know when they're watching a play at a theatre? I'm nosing at the wings to see how they're moving the next scene in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd be the guy what's saying, she's in that box going over there and she'll pop up over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll spoil the show for me, but I'll be watching how they're making it. Would you go?
If they were free, yeah, I would. Just for the same thing. I'd like to go. I won't enjoy stood me out 12 and 14, They get on me chuffing nerves.
Squealing away.
Yeah. But I'd like to go and just...
You won't be able to avoid them.
No, you won't. I'd like to just go and see what all this bloody hype's about.
Yeah.
Is it as good as everybody makes out, or is it just a teeny bopper thing?
Whether you're into it or not, you got to get her credit for the length of show that she's doing.
Yeah.
She's really putting an effort, and she plays when it's raining or whatever weather. So,
Would you? Would you go?
No.
No?
No.
Not even for
I don't-
free tickets?
No, I don't think I would.
Wouldn't you like Curiosity to Kill the Cat?
No. It would just rub right against the grain.
Well, it would for me, but wouldn't you just be curious? Well, let's just go and have a squint.
If I want to see what she's like visually
just
on
see what it's
stage,
like.
because you're going to be that far away anyway where your tickets are, unless you're down in the...
it's a free ticket.
Especially-
We're talking imaginary circumstances.
Yeah, I know,
You can be in that
I
hospital.
know.
You're
But
right. You stood outside at stage, were you?
I'd stand outside the stage and watch the audience because that's more entertaining, I think.
Okay.
No, it would just not sit very well with me because it's...
Like old milk. Oh.
yeah, it's too much bread. Oof, heavy.
Got to get the drip.
No, I won't feel comfortable with that. So I won't enjoy it.
All right.
No, even to be, I'd feel like I would betray myself because I'd feel like I was there just to see the spectacle, and it's not what it's about for me. I know what you're saying when you say you'd like to see what everybody else gets from it, but I'd be like a fish out of water. That's basically it.
Okay,
I'm too old for that game. I'd be a fish out of water.
Fair enough.
Well, I did that a couple of weeks ago.
A fish out of water.
Yeah, and I was just flapping about, and people kept dragging my feet and pulling me back. And
It's a whale.
This
it's
is on
a
holiday
whale.
on the beach, is it?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
it's not. It's a
Yes.
dolphin.
Yes, they kept dragging my feet and pulling me back to sea. And I'm saying, I'm fine. Leave me alone. Well, I mean, no, the other week, my partner, Ange, she likes Lady Gaga. And we watched the Chromatic Ball Tour, I believe. It was
Take your word
called.
for that.
It was Lady Gaga's tour that she did last year, and it was from LA. And I were a bit like, can I sit through an hour and a half of
I found it a bit more interesting now.
watching Gaga? Can I sit through that? I mean, there's probably 4 or 5. Well, at the time, there were probably 2 songs, which I thought, yeah, it's all right, that's not bad with that one. So I thought, well, you know, she always watches what I want to watch, so I'll watch it. It was amazing.
She's got a great set of pipes.
It was absolute amazing. The stage show, everything, the dancing, the costume changes, her voice when she just went out onto this other stage, and she's just there on piano. Her voice was just all like, wow. Hold on a minute
I
here.
find her a lot more interesting.
This lass can
than
actually
Swiftie.
sing.
When she first started,
It was a brilliant show.
Whatever money she made, she'd reinvest into all like stage design and costumes she'd wear. No, she'd wear this like meat dress and stuff, and she'd reinvest all the money back into the set, back into the idea, the persona, and it's paid off for her. She's bit of
She
a
got
legend
this
in her
piano
right.
that I was telling you once. She got this piano, and it was done as a base of a tree, and it got it was like a big tree, but at the base of it, it was piano.
Right.
With all these old branches and everything just sticking out of this stage. And then when she sat down, it turned out that it was a bloody piano. It was absolutely the show. And I mean, there were a lot of songs that I don't know. I've never heard of them.
Just enjoyed watching it.
I would imagine there were album stuff. But the show she put on and the costumes and just
Do you
the
think she
singing,
moved
I
more
thought she
towards
was
the
a-
film stuff?
I thought she was brilliant.
Well, she's done Joker too.
She's
hasn't
just
she?
done Joker,
Yeah,
hasn't
she
she?
did the
And she won
Gucci
a-
thing, didn't she?
Didn't she win an Oscar or something, or like a supporting actress?
Really?
Yeah.
She did the Gucci thing. I thought she was very good in the Gucci thing.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be one of them.
Do you think she'll move
can
into
do-
that side of
No,
it?
I think she likes the singing too much.
Yeah.
And I think after watching that, I think it'd be a shame if we
You can
lost
do
her
both,
because-
though, can't you? It's-
Yeah,
I can't see why not. But what's
she
she going to
has
be
got
more
a
famous
great
for? I
set
think she's
of
probably going to end up
parts.
being more famous for films because I think she's a talented actress.
Well,
no,
did-
it'd be music. It'd be.
Did
She's bringing
she-
out a new album, a new pop album, actually.
Well, she might do, but she's still going to get acting roles. Isn't
Yeah,
she?
but I think
she
she'll
did that film
be
with
more
that,
known for
with that
music
Bradley
films.
bloke, didn't she?
Bradley Wiggins,
No, what they
Cooper,
call it?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
A Star Is Born.
Yeah, she did that, and she
Yeah.
got.
Well, that
Ev-
won loads of stuff.
I would
didn't
say
it?
everybody were raving about her
Yeah,
in that.
That won more Grammys and Emmys and
She clean board with everything,
Yeah.
didn't she? On that
she
one.
even got that job, did she?
She cleaned up.
Yeah, yeah.
Board
And-
cleaning.
Yeah, board cleaning, going around with teas and coffees and chocolate biscuits. Would you like a hobnob?
Nice.
So, Liam has been asked on X a question of who called who.
Oh yeah,
And
saw
apparently
that.
Liam said that he called Noel, but he didn't want to, let too many people know about it because he didn't want to appear soft.
But when asked the question, he's admitted to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, he's actually
Okay.
come out on X and said that it was him, formerly known as Twitter.
Twitter.
Well, they didn't have to, but it helps that they're actually coming out and stop playing word games.
But there's going to be plenty more word games coming out about like what people to expect and stuff. They seem to be quite good at architecting the drama.
Yeah. Until the concerts have been and gone, and for months afterwards. So I would say for next 18 months, they ain't
They
going
don't
away.
start. They don't start till this time next year.
Yeah.
And how many dates is there?
Well, they've only got, is it Ireland?
Wales, is it Ireland, Wales, and England?
Yeah.
And then they're planning in America.
But they're doing, is it 7 nights at Wembley,
Yeah.
which is first to do that many nights, is it?
I reckon they'll do
No,
Something
Swiftie
like that.
did 8, didn't she?
Who did?
Did she just was it 8 or 6 that Swiftie did?
6.
Oh, right. They want to beat her
I
record.
think these are doing 7.
That doesn't sound like Oasis.
Ah.
No. Well, I was reading something today about Knebworth because they was hoping that they were going to do Knebworth 2025. And apparently they've come out and said, no, we're definitely not.
How many no's for that?
No.
You can have multiple no's.
About 5.
But only single yeses.
Oh, right, yeah. You can't have yes.
No. No, it's so ungentlemanly.
Oh, right. Well, no. Oh, no. Yeah, so they got asked that and they said, no, definitely, we will not be at Knebworth in 2025.
Will they be at Glastonbury, though?
No, they said they'd never play it again, didn't they?
They'd never do that. But keeping on the Knebworth thing, the owner of Knebworth has said that he's still optimistic that they will appear at Knebworth 2026 because it will mark 30 years since their first appearance in 1996.
Anything can happen then.
And that would, if this tour trundles on like it's planned, like it's probably going to do, that will probably be the end of the tour.
Well, in 1996, when they did Knebworth, they made a live album for it, didn't they? And they also made a video.
Right. It was recorded, wasn't it?
Oasis at
Is
Knebworth.
that when he had that white coat on and stuff? Right.
And it's a live album as well. So he's hoping anyway that to celebrate 30 years, they'll do 2026.
There's a clip on Instagram when it's what they call that comedian from Bolton. Peter Kay. And he's doing.
Is he a comedian?
Yes, he's very funny.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Right.
And he's hosting it, and it's I don't know what it's a Brits or whatever it is.
Oh, Noel comes out playing a shovel.
No, Liam.
No, it's Noel.
No, it's Liam.
Oh,
Liam comes out and he gets his award and he walks up.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, yeah.
And he storms off. I think Noddy Holden gave him an award. And then he just like swaggers off all like, and Peter Kay walks up to me and goes, "What a dickhead." Summed it up. But everybody were cheering him. They thought it was great because we were being I don't know. That were him then though, weren't it?
Yeah, that's what we did.
That were him. That's why a lot of people, myself included.
Yeah, because he were a knob.
Yeah, give up.
Yeah.
He were really seriously annoying. I mean, you were speaking last week about, we look back at it, we roast into glasses, but they were annoying.
It was chalk and cheese whether you liked them or not, but yeah, they were annoying. Liam was annoying. Liam, I think he was overcompensating for his lack of songwriting ability. I think he needed a persona that he wanted to attach himself to as a young man.
Yeah.
And it seemed to be drama.
Creating drama.
But yeah, that's how he became established, where Noel, he was established by arguably being a bit of a bitch behind the scenes, but he wrote the songs.
Yeah. He could be as petulant as his brother, but he did it in a bit more of a different way, didn't he?
Yeah, it's just got a bit more nuance and smartness to it. But do you know that I've got a little fact about one of the guitars, guitar talk for you.
Oh, go on then.
So the Oasis Supersonic guitar.
Went to an auction today.
Yeah.
Do
you know how much it gone for?
Was it 355,000?
130k.
130.
Yeah, so that's
what's that?
So the guitar, the Les Paul that they wrote Supersonic on, or I think maybe it's in the music video.
Right.
130k.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he played a 335.
I think he's played 335s, but he's like a Les Paul big crunch guy, isn't he?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
335.
It don't play Strats.
No, too girly for it.
It's he's an Epiphone guy or a Les Paul.
So wasn't he sponsored by Epiphone? Did you have a signature?
Yeah, but you've got to remember that they're huge Beatles fans and they only played Epiphones. Didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was some sort of thing happening with them where they didn't.
And they are bigger than God.
Bigger than God himself or herself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been politically correct.
However you want to take that.
Themselves.
Yes, themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It'll all come out this time next year when it all starts. We'll all be sick of hearing about it. We'll all be sick of hearing about it.
This time next year, you're going to wait that long?
Well, that's when tour starts, isn't it?
I'm secreting about it now.
Well, yeah, I get your point, but will it have lost any of its appeal by the time it all starts?
No, there'll be more stuff coming out. They'll be leaking the new album. There'll be hype around the album. The album will come out next spring.
They'll be fetching singles out.
Well, it's wrote.
There'll be all reissues of this, that, and other coming out.
Anyway, talking of new albums, have you heard the Gilmore new album?
Yes, I have.
What do you think?
The guitar playing's very good. It's what you would expect. Apart from that, it's just another album.
I like it.
Apparently, it's set to get another number one album. It could be his third number one album as a solo artist. Yeah,
I'm a little disappointed in it.
Well, I weren't a big fan of Rattle That Lock.
No, you weren't, were you?
No. I didn't really mind Living on an Island, the one before, but Rattle That Lock, I didn't quite connect with that one.
Island one were a good album.
I didn't quite connect with that one for some reason.
No, I didn't like the last one.
But this one, there's nothing about it that's like it's going to stick and it's going to be a earworm. But there's some really nice songs on there. They're well produced, possibly overproduced at times. It's just too much. Sometimes it could have been stripped back a little bit further. But I quite like it. I'm
a bit disappointed in it. I don't know what I would expect.
Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be in every rotation on my playlist. But I like it better than the last one.
Yeah. I thought Rattle That Lock were poor, but I think they're both worse than Island.
Well, really?
Yeah. I thought the Island one was decent. I quite like that album. I thought it was good. I mean, there's some nice playing on this new album.
He uses some unusual instruments as well to play with us. He's really experimenting.
And I'm not right. I mean, I don't know about his voice.
Distinctive though, isn't it?
It is distinctive, but I don't know. It just don't. I listened to an interview with him, and he says he feels his voice is getting better. And when I listened to the album, I thought, I'm not really sure you're right there, David. I think it's getting slightly worse.
78.
But he thinks his voice is getting better. But I think it's...
Depends where he wants to go with it. Like Robert Plant doesn't sing the way that he sung back in the 70s, but he thinks his voice is getting better because he's learning actually how to sing and phrase properly. And it's got a completely different style now to how he sung in the 70s. And it's very nice.
Yeah.
But so was Robert Plant back in the 70s. I've got no problem with his voice.
It's not... This is the problem we have, obviously, and I understand that we're comparing it back to the Pink Floyd days, and we're
probably
some of those favourite songs. And this is not Pink Floyd. This is a totally different fish.
Yeah, it is. All new animal.
Yeah, it's all new animal. So treat it as an all new animal with some familiar faces.
I saw a video of his daughter playing it in a little pub.
Oh, did you see that?
And my dad walks in with his guitar. Oh, this is all good. Is it?
Yeah.
You mean the Neptune?
The Neptune.
That's what the bar's called.
Yeah.
Oh, right. In Brighton.
You walk into the bar, and it's a very small pub. It's no wider than this living room. You walk in, and there's a few tables and stools on the left-hand side, and the bar runs down the right-hand side. It's only a small bar. There's a very small stage at the end, enough for 3 people, really. And then there's a little corridor that goes down to the toilets, and there's a bench seat at the end of the... Well, there's 2 stools at the end of the bar, and then there's a bench seat, a table with a bench seat. That's where me and your mum sat when we went in that bar. And we watched a little blues rock trio. And they were very, very good. Great harmonica player. And I was thinking to myself when I saw that clip, wouldn't I have enjoyed that night if they'd have walked in when I was sat there? They'd have probably said, I'm not talking to him. But... Yeah,
David.
It's got stuff all over the walls. It's a music bar. It's a music bar, and it's down in Hove, which is just below Brighton. And he lives within walking distance.
So that's where he lives in Hove, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he lives not a big walk away.
It's obviously going to help her career, and that sort of stuff with it being with the world of TikTok, it helps promote his album. But I don't know. It's just like
posted it.
people were recording it, weren't there? As soon as David Gilmour walks in and she pretends to be, oh, my dad's turned up to play this song.
I think she was surprised.
Wish you were here.
You play on Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what the
You're marooned now, aren't you? No, I think she was genuinely surprised.
I don't know.
I think it was set up.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They only live across the road.
They don't live across the road.
It's not far. I bet it's not far away.
I don't think he walked it. I bet he got a cab.
Oh no, I think he would have walked. It's not that far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was somebody filming from behind walking in.
Yeah, I bet that's a strange thing, though, isn't it? You're out there taking dog for a walk, and who's walking up the street with his guitar? David Gilmour.
And what are you taking that guitar for a walk for, you weirdo?
Yeah, on the lead. What's wrong with you?
Back inside.
That was one of the funniest things I saw about one of these so-called influencers. They posted a picture on Instagram of this, and the comments were, a lonely old man walking his dog on Brighton Beach. And it was David Gilmour walking his dog.
I remember you telling me that one, yeah.
Lonely old man. Yeah, well, he is an old man. Lonely? I don't think so.
It's not even his dog.
No, that's what an influencer. That's an influencer for you. Yeah. Don't get me started on them.
Speaking of Pink Floyd, do we know about the connection? I can't remember if I've spoken about this before, but do we know about the connection between Pink Floyd and Wizard of Oz? So the Dark Side of the Moon specifically and Wizard of Oz.
No.
So there's this phenomenon, this very unusual thing, which like it's just big in the stoning community. Not like Afghanistan, but the Arefa.
Oh right, okay. Stoners.
The stoners. Apparently, well, I've watched it myself and I've synced it up and it does work. So at the third roar of the lion of the opening credits to Wizard of Oz, you know when the lion's roaring. Yeah. If you start Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, the music pairs up perfectly with the scenes of Wizard of Oz.
Really?
Like, it's crazy how perfect it is. If you turn the sound down on the Wizard of Oz and play the album to it, it syncs incredibly well. And apparently it was an accident. Like, the Roger Waters...
Have you tried this?
Yeah, I've tried it. You should try it. Try it at home. It works. And it makes it look like it's like an arty Pink Floyd music video that's like an hour long. Like, do you know when it transitions from black and white to colour? It's all in the song. So like it goes up a notch. It's perfectly timed.
And this is on the third roar of the lion.
From the third roar.
Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
Excuse me?
Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
Yeah. What's that?
That's the lion.
That's the lion.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it says round that crest. There he goes, rawr.
Oh.
What's he doing?
Rawr.
Oh, nice.
So you should try that.
He does animal impersonations as well.
Well, he tries.
Well,
Duck.
he's very trying.
Surely I can't. Anyway. So that's my little Wizard of Oz and Pink Floyd fact.
Oh, I've not heard that one.
Give it a try.
They're always giving that, isn't it? There's always something new coming up all the time.
It's incredible.
Which side?
All
Side
of
one
it.
or side two?
Side one and then lead to side two.
Yeah, but you've got to wait to turn it over, so then
Well,
you're obviously
Well,
behind.
in today's world, you're able to pause a video.
No, right. So you have to pause it, you don't leave it playing.
Well, unless your vinyl's going to turn it over, but I guess you could just stream
if
it.
it's a CD, it'll just play it.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
What is your optimum time length for a concert?
Depends who's playing.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
If it's a Cheeky Girls,
a lot of factors come into it.
a couple of seconds.
I reckon if you get 2 hours, I would have said that's a good concert. 2 1-hour sets.
Well, it's like Swifty does 3. Bruce used to do 4.
Yeah.
He's down to about 3 now.
I think majority do about 45 minutes, don't they, a set? 50 minutes a set.
An hour and a half, an hour and 45. Then then they go on forever. Some people.
Yeah, I mean, I, if I got less than an hour and a half, I'd be disappointed. But yeah, if you get a...
Could you watch Bruce for 4 hours?
I have.
You have? Yeah. I mean, did you enjoy standing for 4 hours? He was stood 6 hours before he came on.
I enjoyed it.
That makes a long day, doesn't it?
I was hypnotised by it, though. It was an incredible show. The fact they had steam coming off it.
It made you stay.
He made me stay. But the person I was with, when you look back at it, because it was at Glastonbury, and you can see it on the iPlayer on the BBC, I could just make out my hat that I was wearing, and the person I'm with is like, it's asleep, but sort of like stood up. It's been held up by the crowd because we're at the front. But it was hypnotic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my feet were hurting. I was ready to sit down.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, could you go and watch Bruce Springsteen for? I suppose you could watch him if you were sat down. I think that'd be
Just in your front room. Right, go on then, Bruce. Entertain me.
right. Off that goes, lad.
Right.
Knock me out.
Probably still could.
You know, like if you were sat down.
Yeah.
I bet that's easy to watch 4 hours and stood up watching.
I suppose when you're 20, 21.
I don't think I could stand up for 4 hours to watch a concert.
I don't think I'd have wanted to when I was 21.
No.
To be honest with you.
Oh,
I
dear.
couldn't have stood up when I was 21 anyway. I was never good at that.
But no,
Obviously too pleased.
2 hours, an hour and 45, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
It depends if it's like like with Bruce, he's got such a big back catalogue that you can't cram it all in, can he? He's got to be extremely selective of what he's going to play. All these sort of classic bands would have that issue that's been going for,
And what they have to play.
and what they have to play and what they want
That's
to play.
the problem, isn't it? How does bands with all these, let's say, back catalogues of classic songs, how do they sit down and say, right, we're going to tour a new album, but we're expected to do these 15 songs?
Yeah.
Because if we don't, there's going to be a riot.
Yeah.
But, we're supposed to be doing a new album.
Yeah. It must be quite annoying, actually.
Yeah, but...
I mean, it's a
I know
small
that-
annoyance, they're very obviously successful, but
Yeah.
every tour becomes a legacy tour, even though they've got a new album.
Yeah.
Like when I saw Bruce, even though he played a lot of his hits, the one song he didn't sort of play was Born in the USA, because he doesn't play that anymore. But everyone in the crowd was like, "Where were you born?"
Yeah, that's what you know what I mean.
Yeah.
How do they whittle it down to? Right, we're trying to promote a new album, but we can't get all these hits in, or they'd be there 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
How do they pick which ones?
Yeah. They can't, half the time they don't play all. It's like Stones when they did Acne Diamonds. They couldn't play all album. They had to play some of them, but they couldn't play all.
Well,
I don't know whether they played it all or not.
I don't think they did.
No, because they would have had to play old ones. Those people would have been really annoyed,
So
fed up.
I might have an answer for this because I've just thought about it and they mentioned it. So again, about 2 weeks ago, I watched the documentary on Nickelback.
All right.
And when they fetched their latest album out and the toured it, they were asking the same question. How do we promote this new album, but how do we get the big hits in? Because there's certain hits that people want us to hear and we are expected to play them, but
They
we
all have
can't
this-
play them all.
They all have the same problem. Every
So
band has the same
what
problem.
they do is they go to the streaming companies or Spotify and Apple Music and all that,
Well, and they see the numbers.
and they look at what states or what villages or towns tend to play more of their songs. So
okay.
if they play them 3 or 4 songs,
so it's data-driven.
So let's say they play Rotherham.
Yeah.
And we listen to Nickelback, them 4 songs, they'll put them 4 songs in. But if they go to Wales, it might be a different 4 songs. So they'll play them 4 songs and not them 4 songs. And
I get that.
And that's how Nickelback do
Can
it.
they get that information off Spotify?
Well, they must do, because
Yeah.
that's how they do it. They look at which of their songs are popular in the areas that they're going to play in.
Right.
And then they make sure that they put them 4 or 5 songs in with new album. But when they go to a new state or a new venue, it might be a different 4 or 5 songs. So they'll put them 4 or 5 songs in with new album and drop the ones from last night.
Nice.
And that's how...
It makes sense,
Yeah, it makes
really.
perfect sense, yeah.
And that's how they were saying that's how they have to do it, because they can't play everything and no album. It says we just can't do it. It says we can't play everything that everybody wants to hear.
Imagine people like Bon Jovi. Imagine there's no heaven.
Oh,
They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. I mean, Not that they're going to do it anymore because they've had to finish touring, aren't they? But all them legacy bands, they all have that same problem.
Yeah.
Because of the extended back catalogue.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's a privileged problem to have, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got so many hit songs.
And there's always going to be somebody shout out, "Where were you born?" There's always going to be somebody shout out the one that you're not playing.
Yeah.
So you can't please everybody.
Yeah. If you miss one off, it's going to be the one that 3%.
Did you say why you stopped playing Born at USA? Because people didn't get it and people would just get it wrong.
He's not said why he don't play it, but I think it's because it was so political for the time, and I think some of the language as well isn't necessarily appropriate now. Like went sent off to kill the yellow man.
Yeah, I was saying because I've just heard
it was about the Vietnam War, but like referring to him as yellow is not.
That's what I meant. Vietnamese.
Yeah, because I heard a version of that song done by somebody else, and they changed that line.
Yeah.
What, Germans?
So they dressed me up to go and kill another man.
Well,
they changed it to that.
I think also, I just think it's a lot of people when they have such a huge song, they just sort of ignore it, don't they? And usually there's some sort of personal reason.
I think he's got reasons to say, all right, you've heard that one enough.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
It gets away from it, doesn't it?
A lot of that crowd that go want to go and listen to that.
They do.
There's a lot of other songs though.
There is, yeah.
You don't miss it.
Yeah, it's like when I watch Pink Floyd and I'm not playing Comfortably Numb. You'd be gutted, wouldn't you? You'd be wounded.
You'd
be like,
you would.
I can't believe that they've dropped that. Out of all songs, they've dropped Comfortably Numb.
Yeah.
But speaking
oh
of
my God.
Springsteen, where the is it Ronald Reagan or somebody used Born in the USA as one of the political songs?
Did it?
Yeah, and then it became a bit of a joke because like they obviously did not understand the principle behind the song, like the meaning behind it was actually anti-America.
Hasn't Trump been doing that?
Well, Trump has been using other people's songs and they've been telling him to stop and suing him. So the White Stripes have sued Donald Trump because he keeps using, they've used Seven Nation Army.
Right.
One of his social posts about like one of his campaigns. They've called it flagrant misappropriation. Also,
flagrant.
Oh. And also, Isaac Hayes Music have asked for him to stop using it.
Really?
Yeah, he's using theirs as well. So
which one is using that?
It could be Shaft.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did going back to Springsteen. I didn't know his wife was one of the backing singers in Backstreet Gang.
Yeah, but she's not been singing recently because she's not well.
Yeah, she's got blood cancer.
Yeah. Oh, so she's like appearing when she thinks Scalfy. Is that her name? I might be pronouncing that wrong.
It's something like Scalfy or Sophie or something like that.
Springsteen.
Springsteen
now,
Mrs.
but
Springsteen.
Mrs. Springsteen. Yeah, she's not well, and when she feels like appearing, she does.
Yeah,
but she's even in her home state in New Jersey. They've not. She went. They played Philly, and she didn't even turn up for Philly one.
No, she said she can probably do like 3 or 4 songs a night now, and then that's her done.
Yeah, it's Scalfy, I'm sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I can't remember.
It's
name,
Mrs. Springsteen.
Mrs. Springsteen too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, hits.
Just call her Mom.
I'll just call her Mrs. Springsteen.
And on that. Get better soon.
It's back.
On that note.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.